Okay, it's been a long time coming, but finally getting around to do the review of the Fallkniven F1 Pilot Survival Knife. Okay, finally getting around to doing the review of the Fallkniven F1 Pilot Survival Knife. Hope I'm saying this right. It's the Fallkniven, I think is the correct phrase. I'm sure my friends will let me know online if I'm saying that right or not. But this is a cracking survival knife to have. It was made for the Swedish Armed Forces, for their pilots, as a survival knife. Okay, the sheath. So it's a nice wee Zytel sheath. Comes in leather, comes in left and right handed options. You can see a couple of holes in the bottom if you want to tie this. Strap, do anything in particular. For vertical carry on a vest, you can do that. Retention strap on the top, this with a popper. Now if you have difficulty putting that popper on, then basically you don't have the knife in the sheath correctly. If you look on the side here on the sheath, you can see this bit of plastic nub is sticking out. That there tells me that the knife is in correctly. And when you push the knife in, that goes up. Okay. Now on the other side, you have a wee access for your thumb. So when you want to deploy the knife, unbutton it, grab onto your sheath, and all you're doing is pushing with your thumb. And it's a very safe way to draw the knife out, so you don't have to worry. Now if I demonstrate by not having the knife fully in, it's a pain to get it clipped in. You can do it, but it's just a pain and you haven't got it retained in there properly. So make sure it's down in nice and tight. And it's great, the retention, even without that, it's not clipped on. The retention is excellent. Really going for it. That knife's not going anywhere. So you don't have to worry about losing the knife. Get it in there correctly and it'll retain nicely for you. So that's the sheath. Excellent. Take your pick on the site. If it's not available what you want, just drop us an email at support@heinnie.com and let us know what you want to have, and we'll see what we can do for you. So that's the sheath. This knife, you can see, is very flat profile, very skinny profile, and if you can imagine yourself being a pilot and on your vest, your kit, you're going to have very little room. You have to accommodate as much equipment into a very confined bit of space inside the cockpit. So it's designed to be very slim fitting to your kit, to your whatever BDU, whatever you wear, your vest, your pilot survival vest, whatever. Having something like this here, which sits very tight, doesn't stick out, is ideal. That's what they wanted. So you can see very thin profile. Excellent to have. So basically, we're going to crack on, do the review. I've had this for, say, about 9 months now. It's been used a lot. It's been used out on bushcraft courses. It's been used overnight camps. It's been used playing around just in the backyard here, just practicing with the blade. So it's only been sharpened 2 or 3 times and then just been stropped. And I found with just stropping it, seems to retain your edge a lot better. So I didn't have to sharpen it as much in between. So let's crack on. We are going to split some wood with it, do our usual feather sticks with it, just to give you an idea of it. It is a full tang blade. The specs are going to be scrolling up on the screen here, so we're not going to bother going through them all with you. But you can see it's a very nice blade shape. Sharp right angle spine, so it is full tang. Nice pommel on the end. Nice lanyard tube. And the handle material is fantastic. Very grippy. Really nice. Fits my hand perfectly. I wear a large glove. Fits in my hand really nicely. So let's get cracking. So back in a moment. So what we're going to do for the purpose of this, we're going to split this log. As you can see, this is just a bit of seasoned wood that we've had lying in the yard here for the past while. It is quite hard, it's going to burn very well, but let's split it, see how we get on with it. So strip off that bark and crack on. Now because the blade doesn't span the whole length of the wood, what I'm going to recommend doing is just take it off to the side, and then you can just start trimming down from the side. Just take a bit of wood, let's see, use a wee batten here, and just watch this go through like butter, really. Now, what you can do very well on this knife is you can use a batten on the tip of the blade, which you don't really want to do at times, but I've found this not to be a problem. Hasn't caused any chipping on the knife. It sort of worked out really, really well. So you can just split through using that. Not be afraid of battering the knife. And I think my batten is probably going to give up before the knife gives up. So this is very seasoned wood. So take off to an angle again. Doesn't matter on a big log like this if you have to keep going down to a smaller edge to get starting to get split. As long as you get the job done and you're doing it safely, then doesn't matter how long it takes you. This is very much seasoned. If you can smell the vision, would be great on this. So you can just start. Once you have very clean cut, you can start just going around it. Say with being full tang, you don't have to worry about going gentle with it. It's a nice thick blade shape, and don't be afraid to power through it. So we can see now we're getting down to more manageable widths, so we can span the whole log. We have more of the blade to work with. And you can see powering through that, there's no problems powering through this at all. Handle vibration is little to nothing. You will get vibration no matter what knife you use, but it's nothing to worry about. So it's not all the time you need to split the wood. We've got a bit of seasoned lime here that we're going to feather stick. The bark's been taken off it, and that's really it. It's been sitting out. I was going to use it to carve a spoon at the time, but since it's seasoned and gone very hard, it's not going to be very good for carving. But I have used this knife in carving as well. I'm actually going to show you a picture of a spoon that I partly carved with this knife. I was practicing on NI survival course with 3 knives, 2 handmade ones and this one to compare. Just part of the review. And so I rolled in a picture of that spoon that I partly carved. I actually had some help with it. So, but what we're going to do now is just going to do a bit of feather sticking. So you'll notice that my legs are well away from the blade. This isn't going to be a tutorial on feather sticking, but just for some knife safety, you always make sure you're carving away from yourself, so you're not going to damage yourself, you're not going to cut yourself, and you're not going to cut yourself around your vital arteries. So let's get going. So we're just going to rough this up a wee bit just to get our fine edge first. And all these shavings can be used. But just to get our first area. There you are. Very, very capable knife. Okay, just what we're going to do is we're going to just show you the edge capability of the F1. And what we're going to do that is good old cotton wool and Vaseline, and we're just going to ignite it, just our fire steel, and then we'll just put our shavings on just for demonstration purposes of the spine, the 90-degree spine on that there. You never want to use your blade for this point. You always want a nice 90-degree angle on your blade if you're going to use it for this sort of task. So doing that very, very easily to get that ignited. And with that being dry, that burns very easily. Cracking knife to have. Fallkniven F1, excellent mini survival knife. Probably one of my go-to knives for any sort of mass-produced knife, if you want to call it that. Any factory-made knife. It definitely is up there with the custom brands. It's a brand you can trust, Fallkniven. Excellent steel. All the specs say will be in the description box for the steel and for links on our site for it. So Fallkniven F1 is definitely up there for your purchases for a bushcraft knife. You're going to buy one knife only, spend the money, nice wee F1, cracking option. Thanks for watching.